Pedro from A&P-REACTS. I'm here today with Tuomas from Wolfheart. How are you doing?
I'm good.
Second time in Toronto this year. You guys were here this summer on the Beaverheart tour. You're back again. How does it feel to be back in town?
Really good. Really good. I really enjoyed the Canadian tour in June. And it's actually now that we have this tour and there's another one coming up in January, which I'm not allowed to announce yet, the dates and the bands, but we're going to play more in Canada than we're going to play in Finland. So it's quite an interesting thing, but it's really cool. I really like Canada.
Let me ask you this. Now you're back and you have a brand new album, just came out September 28th. How does it feel to now go on stage and play some of those new songs?
It's always like those songs are the fresh ones at the moment. So after you are done with the album, you are just counting days to get to play the songs live. So it's a completely different situation than 3 months ago with the Beaverheart tour, because already we had the songs then, but we weren't basically unable to play. It wouldn't have made any sense. But it's always, I think, with every band, you are just waiting to get to play the new songs. So the first tours after the album comes out are always the most exciting musically for the band.
How many songs, I don't know if you can say this to us, you can share this with the fans that are coming for future shows in this North American tour, but how many songs from the new album are you incorporating on your set list for this tour?
We're gonna play 17 minutes of the new album, let's put it that way.
17 minutes?
Yeah.
This tour is going to take you into the US. You guys are going to go coast to coast. Are you excited to tour in the US for the first time with Wolfheart?
Oh yeah, because I never did any touring here with Before the Dawn or the other previous bands. So it's always been like this mystery content. Like, we always seemed really difficult to get there, and it was surprisingly difficult with the visas and the work permits and stuff like that. But I think now is a really good timing to start touring in the US, and you're gonna have a lot of pressure to tour as much as possible also. Because now with the Napalm and Hard Impact and Continental concerts, we have a really good machinery also for North America.
I wanted to go back a little bit into the new album. This new album is absolutely incredible. How do you come up with a concept for the music and even the lyrics to put an album like this together?
How can I explain it? It's always easier inside your head, because you usually don't need to explain these kind of things that much. But everything starts basically from the first idea. I have a melody or riff. I already have some riffs recorded on my cell phone, which we might use on the next album already. And when I get this first leading idea, the first idea that I already know when I wrote it that this is gonna be on the album, then everything starts to kind of like build around that idea. So from the first idea, I start build the whole album already. I never actually wrote individual songs, just like 15 songs, and then we pick the best 11 or 12. I understand that procedure, but that would never work for me. I always write for a full album, like first song, second song. It's just like building the whole package. And like I told you, the Valkyrie, that was written in the studio, because with the recording phase, in my head it started to sound like this album needs one particular song more. We actually replaced one song on the album, and I just wrote the song to complete the album, not to just as an individual song, but the album needed that particular song to be composed in that way to kind of like close the circle on the album.
Do you felt any pressure going into the studio, considering that this was going to be the first record released under Napalm Records?
No pressure, but more like it was really exciting to get a bigger and better label. Of course, we have the management and the booking agency also, so everything, basically all the parties working for the band were upgraded. So of course you get more excited to make the music, because you know that when the package is done and you deliver the album with the artwork for the label, there is a better machinery doing the work for the music from that point. So that gives quite a big motivation, because frustration is something you don't want to have mixed with the creative work. That's only gonna take the stuff down. If you need to stress about it or worry, you get pissed off or frustrated, those kind of feelings and situations you don't want to have when you write music. But a lot of people have been also asking where we disappointed with the previous album, because we went to the studio so fast. But the reason is actually the other, like opposite, because everything started to go really well and everything was kind of speeding up for the band. It was more excited to go back to studio and keep that, motion going on. So.
Was the involvement from the label, were they involved a lot with the process of putting this record together, or they gave you full reins and said, okay, you go, you do your thing, and then show us the album once it's ready?
Pretty much like that. They didn't ask me to any demo versions. I did send them everything to hear or see when things were done, like covers and the promo pictures and the album before the mastering. But they just gave me okay for everything of those. So naturally, I think if some of those particles would have been shitty, they would have mentioned that, and then I would have, they are the professional on the business side. I'm just an artist with my visions. They don't always work together with the business side. That I understand, but they didn't interfere any way on the making of the art. Was it the covers or the pictures or the videos or choosing the single song? So I had like complete freedom.
That takes me to my last question I have about the album. I want to talk about the European tour, but I want to ask you this question about the album. You've released 2 videos for Breakwater and The Saw. It felt to me like this is a trilogy, and then there's a story being told. When can we expect the final episode, which I'm not sure if it's the final, but the next installment on this story that you were telling?
That is a tricky question, because the main idea was to make a trilogy. And we already shot the half of the 3rd video, but at this point, since the tours are just piling up, which is a really good thing, but I don't know, do we actually have the time to arrange the shootings, and where do we actually release the video, and which song are we going to choose? Because now the whole album is on Spotify, and there's Valkyrie was the song I was aiming to make the 3rd video. But it's now in quite many bigger playlists already, so it's not the best choice for a video because too many people have already heard the song. So I don't really know. Might be even that we're gonna continue the story on the next album, because I would hate the situation. I'd hate to see a situation where we just make a video because we promised to make a video, and then we have to release the video in a poor timing just to, get the trilogy done. So. I would rather want to have like more time, good schedule, good production, no hurry. So probably we're just gonna continue the story if there is no time. But I'm not gonna be much in Finland because of the tours. So, and I would need to be there to make the video. So we'll see.
Basically, there's no rest for the wicked, because as soon as you guys are done with this North American tour, you're gonna hop on a European tour with Omnium Gatherum. Is this what is in store for Wolfheart for the rest of this year as well into next year? Tour after tour after tour supporting the new record?
Yeah, pretty much. Rough calculation for from this day on, next 12 months, we're gonna be on the road at least 7 months. At least. Those are the tours I have already on the table. So it's gonna be insanely busy. But then again, it's a good way of being busy. I don't complain.
One last question. You mentioned briefly another North American tour. I know you can't say much about it in terms of bands and dates, but is it going to be early 2019 or more towards the summer of 2019? Early 2019? All right, guys, this is it. This is Tuomas with Wolfheart. They have a new album out. Go check it out. It was out September 28th on Napalm Records. You don't want to miss it. Go pick it up. And if you have a chance to catch these guys on tour, the dates are below in the video description. See you guys.